a roadmap that is going to help to resolve many of the problems and challenges that Transnet is going through. And Minister Godan has been working through all these matters with them and the acting CEO and their various executives. So I do believe that in a while we are going to be getting rid of the backlog on the roads. The trucks, as long as they are still on the road, will be coming in. But in the end, we want the trucks off the roads. We want the products that have to be exported on rail, and we are working towards that plan. And the plans that we've got for this precinct are quite of high quality, and there's going to be a lot of investment, up to 160 billion rand. But the other important aspect, of course, is Transnet is now embraced and accepted, working together with the private sector. So the private sector is going to play a critical role through either concessions, through cooperation on a number of nodes on this precinct, where they'll be able to, together with Transnet, run certain aspects of the various operations that take place here. So with that, I am full of confidence. We just saw what cooperating with the private sector could be all about last night when we were launching the Nelson Mandela Cruise Terminal, where an international company is cooperating and working with Transnet to build a world-class cruise terminal that is going to bring a lot of tourists to our country and bring in billions of revenue to improve the economy of eThekwini as well as our province. So much as we are having problems and challenges, I do believe that through the diagnostic process that Transnet has gone through, we are going to step up. And I've made it very clear to the management that I'd like to see all the problems solved. And by next year, even before the first month goes deep into the end of the month, we must see some improvement. And we must be demonstrating that we are processing trucks as quickly as possible as we move towards ensuring that our rail network works efficiently to bring goods from all over, be they mining products or other products, cars and all that, to the port and off to other countries.
Mr. President, this matter has been a long time coming. Why did we have to wait for the train to crash? And what is going to be done in terms of consequence management? Heads need to roll.
Well, consequence management is obviously going to be the order of the day. Accountability is going to be top of the issues that we have to deal with. And now we are involved in a process where we're looking at the capabilities of the people who are working for our state-owned enterprise. And the minister and the key executives are involved in that. So we're not going to, let sleeping dogs lie. We're going to go into a deep process of examining the capabilities of people and those who are clearly not able to meet that level of capability. I mean, we have to deal with that problem and challenge. So, yes, it's taken some time. A diagnostic process had to take place, and some of the challenges that we're dealing with have been in the making for quite a while, and part of them were part of the state capture process that we've been through. But we now are getting into top gear, and we are going to resolve this problem.
Mr. President, some analysts have estimated that it's almost R1 billion a day loss because of port and rail inefficiency. So math is not my strong point, but it should be about 200 million rand at an estimate, just in the time that you've been here, that the economy would have lost. So this is obviously a matter of urgency. So again, just to follow on from Ziyanda's question, you spoke about plans that Transnet have and that they are implementing now.
Yes.
which of those, or which are the immediate plans that you can see happening in the near future that will arrest the situation? For example, the issue of the trucks outside for now.
Well, yes, indeed. They have plans to address all the challenges that they face. I mean, clearly, one of the very first ones is to make sure that the trucks that are standing for days and days are dealt with. And the ships that are also on the water for days and days are also processed. So that is the immediate problem that has to be resolved. And I've already been told that we're now reducing the number of trucks off the road and bringing them into a precinct and getting them to be processed, as well as the ships. And they count them in hours, that it's now taking lesser and lesser hours to process. So they're reducing the number of ships, and they showed me the template and the numbers. So the Minister and I have now got evidence that work is being done. But obviously we want to see more work. And the Premier is also here. She's got real sort of evidence of the lethargy that has seeped in. So we are dealing with that, and we've made it very clear to the management here that the incompetence and the lack of action that we have seen here must be a matter that is dealt with immediate effect, and I do believe that it will be dealt with.
The Premier. Okay, we start with the President. President,
the Premier is here. You want to ask her?
I'll ask you first.
Please.
Okay, Mr. President, we do understand the interventions that are currently being put in place to ensure that the impasse is being resolved. With that said, how did we get here? How did we allow the decay and the collapse of the rail network? How did we get here? First of all, who's going to take the full responsibility for this?
Well, obviously we got here. It was a process. It was a process where a number of things that contributed to us getting here, the lack of maintenance of our locomotives, and also not working too closely with our customers to listen very closely to what they had to say. So it was a plethora of issues that got us where we are. But the important thing is that we've now done the full diagnostic, and that's precisely what we were also dealing with here. The important thing for me is how we move forward. And indeed, those who did play a role, of course, there has to be accountability. So we are moving forward, and in moving forward, we've now got a very clear roadmap. A clear roadmap that has also been crafted in collaboration with the private sector. So it's not a Transnet only type of roadmap. The private sector has participated, and the beauty of it all is that it continues to participate with Transnet to resolve the problems. And once every 6 weeks, I get a report of the progress that is being made in the various work streams. The work stream that deals with, say, for instance, coal transportation, chrome transportation, vehicles, vegetables, and all that, and agricultural products. So they have a lot of the issues that they are dealing with, and there's quite a lot of traction, and we are cooperating with the private sector, who are the main users of this whole process.
A question for the Premier?
Yes, Mr. Premier, yes, please. Thanks a lot for that. Premier, we heard that the municipality of Ngcobo is saying they're going to litigate government with regards to this matter. How far are they? We can see that they are not even here today. Even the mayor, do you have the full support of the localities in trying to resolve whatever challenges are here?
Well, it's in the interest of all of us, the country and the province and our localities, that those problems are resolved. So we are very grateful that the President has taken all this time to come and see some of the challenges that we have been raising with the Minister. And the Minister himself has also been here for a few days, also looking on the matters And we are confident that we are going to turn the situation around. Of course, it's been really a problem, the way things have been happening. But we are happy to hear that a lot of goods are now going to be moving to the trains. To the goods train, which is going to relieve somewhat the pressure on our roads, but also the efficiency, because in the main, it's about efficiency, it's about accountability, it's about ensuring that we do what is expected of us.
Thank you.
Minister Gordon, just one from my side. Part of these issues, as we've mentioned, are historical. Some of them are new. The question, again, consequence management, but also the process of filling in those vacancies, TFR and TPT.
No, the consequence management, the board has already expressed its view and some have departed. Secondly, the processes for filling those positions, I've just got an update this morning, is on the way. And early in the new year, as far as Transnet is concerned, we'll have those gaps filled in. But also on the municipality, the acting CEO and I met with the mayor, the deputy mayor and the municipal manager. And they understand that our constitution requires in Chapter 3 for cooperative governance. And we've put a formula in place to attend to some of those issues, which supplement what the President has been talking about. So I think we have a healthy relationship. And over time, maybe 2 months or so, you'll see quite a change in terms of what happens here.
Colleagues, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, that's President Cyril Ramaphosa, flanked, of course, by Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan, as well as KZN Premier Nomusa Dube Ngcobo, of course, then conducting then that water tour on the tugboats that you see behind us. But earlier on as well, when the President arrived, being able to get a bird's eye view of that coal truck congestion, which we're told has since reduced significantly from what we saw our colleague Ndanu Myandu covering over the last 2 weeks. A good relationship with the municipality, so says Pravin Gordhan. It's an important point because of the level of coordination that is needed to ensure that the operations run fully. Consequence management, well, we're going to see if that is something that will come to fruition because of how long these issues have been taking place. Why did we wait for the train to crash before actually dealing with this matter, to the extent that we're losing around R1 billion a day, and that all those exports now that are supposed to be leaving and coming into the country are now at risk, with a backlog of up to a few months before that congestion is cleared. Stephen.
Ziyanda and Ngcobo, thank you very much indeed for that live update. Part of our team, of course, covering President Cyril Ramaphosa there.